Yo, what's good, guys? Yeah, I just started streaming to just see this video. Let me see how well I can actually good. Actually looking good.
The YNW Melly trial is
The YNW Melly murders trial is insane. Let's see.
finally here, and it started out with opening statements from the prosecution and from the defense. Prosecution seems very confident by straight up saying he shot and killed them as the first sentence. And they
Okay.
also point out the phone records and the ballistics and all that. And then Melly's lawyer comes up and explains how there's no motive, no murder weapon, and that apparently that it wasn't even his phone, that they were tracked, and a whole lot of reasonable doubt, which is all he needs to prove to this jury is that there's reasonable doubt. Melly seems nervous but also laughing at some points, like chilling, but there's a whole lot going on here. I tried to summarize 7 hours, so here it is. Wow. Here we go, boys. This is his first look at Melly. He seems like he's in a good mood with his lawyer. For one of his lawyers, at least. I know his ass gotta be nervous as hell, bruh.
On October 26th of 2018, this defendant shot and killed two of his friends. He killed Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams. Portland Henry, the co-defendant, shows up at Memorial Miramar Hospital. In his car, he has two dead bodies. In the front passenger seat is Anthony Williams.
This is one of the prosecutors, obviously.
In the rear passenger seat is Christopher Thomas. They are dead, they are riddled with bullets, and the car is full of blood. Christopher Thomas, there is multiple defects to his body. Anthony Williams, who is sitting in the front, has two major injuries. Throughout the report,
Oh, I've heard this before. I already know this much, but yeah, I think it's just the opening statement, right? It's like, oh, begin now, and they're like, oh, this what we're talking about, and yeah, and so forth on, and he's out evidence and shit like that. It's 20 minutes, so I'm not gonna pause anymore. So yeah.
home. And you're going to hear that on Miramar Parkway, sometime between 160th, which is also commonly referred to as Dykes Road, and 172nd, Portland Henry says they were shot. That he ducked down, and you'll see him doing that in video.
This is where Bortland fucked up. We all saw that footage of Bortland, like, talking to the police. I'll put it on the screen right now if you want to go watch that. He seemed like he didn't know what his plan was from the get-go.
The detectives from Miramar, at this point, shut down the entire length of Miramar Parkway. And they sit and they walk side by side for an hour, that mile-long stretch. There is a lack of any evidence whatsoever to support that the drive-by happened on Miramar Parkway. It has 16 easily identifiable bullet defects. It has a broken out,
Damn, I didn't know I had 16 bullet holes in it.
and that recording studio is equipped with cameras. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see footage from both inside and outside. You're going to learn that on the morning of the 26th at approximately 1 p.m., detectives went out to the recording studio to try and see if somebody had followed. That is the first time detectives learned that there was actually 4 people in that Jeep, and that the defendant, Jamel Demons, is in the rear driver's side seat.
Definitely a little bit of a red flag that Bortland didn't tell them that Melly was in the car. I mean, why would that be a thing? If you lie and say you're not in a car where 2 people got killed, a red flag, let's be honest here, boys. That's just how life works. Detectives are gonna be like, wait, why did you lie about that? Big piece of evidence that the prosecutor's gonna use here is tracking Melly and all of them around, so.
As Jamel Demons leaves that recording studio, he's got his phone in his hand, and he's playing on his phone. But Anthony Williams had his phone. And the interesting fact that's important to keep in mind is Anthony Williams, the deceased in the front passenger seat, and Jamel Demons, who is the shooter, in the rear driver's side passenger seat, have the exact same make and model of cell phone. Not only do they have the same make and model of cell phone, they are on the exact same cell phone plan. They're using the same service, the same cell towers, everything like that. So you can compare the information from those 2 cell phones and see how they track together. The remnants
God, it is crazy that they all lived together when this happened too.
From Pines Boulevard, it travels west all the way to the edge of the Everglades, where it is desolate, where it is dark, where there are no witnesses. You're not going to see people. You're not going to see activity. There's no streetlights. And at 4:02 a.m., Jamel Demons exits that vehicle and stages that drive.
Damn, they have his car tracked to go into like the middle of nowhere, kind of like on a road where nothing's.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I think someone. Wait, is. Oh, let me see this, bro. If I'm reacting to this for nothing. There's some world of Now facing death. Yeah, it was Patrick Swayze, right? I think it was Patrick Swayze who told us about everything. I don't know. But yeah, what the fuck? I already know this. I'm guessing he doesn't. So that's why it's like a new thing to him, no? I think.
Going on, no witnesses or anything.
One person says, oh, it's at this location. One person says it's over here on the side of the road. Look at what the physical evidence shows, and that's what I would suggest to you is the most reliable.
Yeah, their stories weren't lined up, bro.
The fatal wounds for Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams are coming from inside the vehicle, from the rear driver's side passenger going out towards the passenger side. Is that when the drive-by was staged at 4:02 a.m.?
Huh.
The victims were already dead. The medical examiner will be able to testify and tell you that the fatal shots to Anthony Williams to his head, that enters in the back of his head and exits at the top, blowing out the front passenger window, was fatal.
Wait. So it entered from the back and went from the outside. Wait, what?
The medical examiner will be able to testify and tell you that the fatal shots to Anthony Williams to his head, that enters in the back.
Oh, back here and then like that. So that means he was shot from the behind. And who was sitting behind? Oh, Melly. Hey, bro, I should be an investigator, you know? Like a detective. Okay, I'm just gonna continue. Sorry.
Of his head and exits at the top, blowing out the front passenger window, was fatal. And that the additional wounds that are consistent with the trajectories going through the vehicle.
Wow! Zach Caser got shot in the back of the head and it went through the front windshield. The details are so gruesome, bro.
Your post-mortem inflicted.
Yeah.
Oh,
If he was proven guilty, I don't know. I have to check up. After this, I just saw the video. And I already forgot that I already know like a quarter of this video already. I already knew the information a quarter of this video has. So the thing is, I'm gonna check out if he's guilty. But if he's not, if he is, like, you know, these videos that say he has the like a bipolar disorder, and like he has two different guys or people. He's two different people, and like one is the normal guy, nice guy, and then he has this evil guy, you know, evil side of him. I didn't say guy, I was gonna say side, the evil side of him. I think it is his first time murdering. So if he's guilty, maybe it is his first time, and he got nervous, and that's why he came back and called, and he brought the bodies to the hospital. I think that's what I think. Or maybe he fucking needs a mental health checkup, and he should be sent to an insane asylum. I don't know.
we hit him when they were already dead too. When he was, oh dude, this is what they're saying, that they were already dead, and when he was staging the drive-by, he shot him again.
That Christopher Thomas was shot in his left cheek. That was the fatal shot. You're also going to hear about stippling. Stippling is unburnt gunpowder that's ejected from the front of a firearm when a bullet is fired.
So, if a bullet went from his back and exited from his head, and he was sitting in the front seat, wouldn't that shot go through the windshield or somewhere in the front of that side of the car? So, and if he staged a drive-by, was how he was standing and how that bullet was different. You could see, you know. And if they have that as evidence, then I don't get it, bro. I don't know. If the car didn't do a drifting drive-by, you know, like came from the side and then did a drive-by and then and made it ducked and then one went through and then they drive off like a real action hero. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Or maybe just a meetup went wrong and there were people behind them or something like that. I don't know.
So the gunpowder from the gun is stifling. I thought it was, she's pronouncing it stippling. I guess I'm a fucking idiot. That basically says the gun was within 2 feet of the person they shot. So,
Oh
like,
my
basically
God.
execution style. Not
Okay.
really indicative of a drive-by.
And from that pattern,
Okay, that's crazy.
the medical examiner's office can give an approximate
Well, it's not crazy actually if he's sitting right behind him. It's just shoot. You know?
distance. Why can they not give an exact one? Because their firearm in this case was never recovered.
That's going to be a big defense, Melly's team, is that they never found a murder weapon. You're putting this guy in prison for the rest of his life, or trying to kill him for the rest of his life, and there's no murder weapon. It's happened before. People have been convicted before without murder weapons, so.
They find one spent shell casing for a .40 caliber. That shows a gun was fired inside of that car. Afterwards, Mr. Dennon's phone tracks with the 2 victims until about 4:20.
That's where he messed up as well. He left the gun shells in the car. When I say I messed up, I don't mean he should be getting away with it. If he did, that's what I'm just saying. You know, I just mean that, like, you know, that was his mistake. Just pointing out the mistakes. Okay.
15 minutes before Portland Henry takes the victims to the hospital.
Yeah, I remember people saying, or someone said that he FaceTimed his mom, but I don't think that's true, or we'll see right here.
He FaceTimes his girlfriend at the time, Mariah Hamilton. Mariah Hamilton
So Mariah is Melly's girlfriend. Let's remember that name so everyone understands.
gets the phone call and screams, waking up her mother, Felicia Holmes. Felicia Holmes also
Felicia is Melly's girlfriend's mother, so Mariah's mother.
sees the defendant, Jamel Dennons, on that FaceTime video call. He sends a drop to one of his friends.
How slow must you be talking for him to have like a? That's not. Wait, let me see this. That's not 1.25. That's 1.5, bro. My God, she must be talking real slow, huh?
Friends, Frederick Gibbons. Frederick Gibbons is also involved in the music industry.
That's Fredo Bang or whatever, right?
Frederick Gibbons then, about 11 minutes later, is sent another drop pin, where Mr. Dennons has moved a couple of meters. And see Mr. Dennons taking steps. Lo and behold, look at the health activity data of Donovan.
Health app tracks millisteps. If you're criminal and you have an iPhone with you, get rid of that shit. Whoa, no. Okay. I'm not endorsing criminality or criminal behavior, so please, yeah.
A step count, that's what it is. 70 steps.
But you stupid.
Then you're in a...
If that was gets you caught.
Oh, you know how your phone has the health app? It fucking tracks your steps. I be checking my steps sometimes randomly. That's crazy. His health steps coming back to bite him.
I do too. I do check my steps.
Another 70 steps.
Oh,
Then at 4:42, the time frame in which he's sending that drop pin, to 4:53 a.m., you're going to see 1,397 steps. You will see this data showing the
Jesus.
defendant had the phone and was using it, giving out that phone number to multiple people as being his phone number. And to further prove that, the state is going to show you the Instagram, the Facebook, the Snapchat. Because contrary to popular belief, Snapchat doesn't disappear.
yeah, Snapchat doesn't disappear. I don't know why some kids actually think Snapchat disappears. Like, obviously on the back end they can get that.
The defendant, during the course of the month,
Yeah, of course. That's every fucking media, no? No, yeah, every fucking social media app. You're dumb and stupid if you use social media app to get through what's called to do criminal shit. You're dumb and stupid. Where I live in Sweden, even the Encros, you know the Encro, what's Encro? You know what Encro is? Let me show you guys. Encro chat. This is the Encro chat. EncroChat was a Europe-based communication network and service provider that offered modified smartphones, allowing encrypted communication among subscribers. It was used primarily by organized crime. So this is what Sweden, criminals used, and the police, I mean the government, got access to this. And so many crimes were solved, so many murders, so many people were taken. Oh my God. You know how crazy? Oh, how crazy of a feat that was? Now you just have to use like a Leica mobile. Even now, Leica numbers are getting what's called, are getting registered as normal phone numbers. Before, Leica numbers were not registered. Like, I know that because my mom has one, like, you know, old one. Not old, I'm not gonna say old, but like a 10-year ago. She had her Nokia phone. She had a normal phone, then a Nokia phone, where she had a Leica mobile, a Leica phone, a Leica SIM card, because you could talk to many countries, outside countries. You just have to put some money in it, you know. So she used that, and I remember the Leica numbers were not registered. So very few people have it still, because you know people still, if they're not registered, you still use them one time and then you throw it away because what they cost. Nokia phones are costing nowadays like what, $20, $30 from a used one. So yeah, just buy it from the streets, you know.
October of 2018 through December of 2018, gives out his phone number 15 times.
Damn.
Says, this is me, and all during the same time frame of October
Can't deny that's not your phone number if you give it out 15 times. Jesus Christ.
26th of 2018. He's giving out that phone number.
Damn.
This is not an actor that's playing a character. This was his real life. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that as soon as October 24th, 2 days before the onset, Jamel Simmons is learning the oath of loyalty to the G-Shine blood set. You're going to see things in these messages that will be indicative of blood membership. Anytime a word would normally be spelled with a C.
Wait, what did
it
you
will be
learn?
indicative of blood membership to the G-Shine blood set.
To G-Shine blood set. What? G-Shine blood set. I'm writing with one hand, break, please. So, pictures and then
October 24th, 2 days before the onset, Jamel Simmons
Did you
is
see
learning
gang
the
signs?
oath of loyalty.
the oath of loyalty. Okay. Let's see this now. What the fuck is this? Leg blood circulation pain medals. Oh. Oath of loyalty. I'm guessing. Oh shit. What's this? These codes will comply from materials confiscated and these codes from numerous United Blood Nation sets and numerous code sets. Some of the codes are listed multiple times with different meanings depending on the UPN set codes set being used. UPN sets that are confirmed to use these codes in whole or in part include Nitrate Gangsters, NTG, Nay, Treyway. Is that 6ix9ine? 6ix9ine. Oh, 6ix9ine. Treyway. Oh, or it's not like 6ix9ine. Is that a 6ix9ine set? Blood. Okay, NTG, and then there's Sex Money Murder, SMM. What the fuck? Sex Money Murder. Gangster Killer Bloods. You know, they do these two for this. That's crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? They do this for this, and this thing for this. It's actually backward. You should do murder, money, sex, not sex, money, murder. Isn't that crazy? Gangster Killer Bloods, GKB, Red Mafia Mob, Gangsters, RMG, Executioner, Bloods, Imperial Bishop Bloods, for the Sex Pyro. The different code sets used to form this list include 200 Deep, Resurrection, Lethal Injection, the Remix, RMG, Imperial Bishop's Dictionary in stereo. Bro. So they put more time in coming up with these names than going to school, huh? That's crazy.
To the G-Shine blood set. You're going to see things in these messages that will be indicative of blood membership. Anytime a word would normally be spelled with a C, as in Charlie, they don't use that.
Oh my god, she's talking about replacing C with B. That's kind of fucking stupid. Who cares?
They replace it with the letter B. So instead of saying I'm at the crib, They say I'm at the rib. Why, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, bro. Oh my god. Maybe it's just a mistype.
C's associated with Chris. Jamel Demons is dropping C's and using B's.
The prosecutor's doing a really good job of trying to already shit on
Oh, because cribs and okay.
the defense, because she's
I'm
trying
at
to
the
say
brib.
this isn't an act. That's what Melly's team's gonna say, that this is all an act, and that he's not really a member of a gang and all that shit. So it's gonna be interesting here.
This individual is reaching out, asking if Mr. Demons is good, and Mr. Demons responds very succinctly, I did that.
So his name is Mr. Demons, not Demons, bro.
I made a video about that too as well, like 8-9 months ago. It's concerning for sure, but there could be more context to it, who knows. I've already had like 10 kids hit me up since this was shown. They're like, what do you think about this? I'm like, dude, I made a video about this literally like 8 months ago or some shit. It's on the screen right here. So it looks like he has 3 people helping him. He's smiling a little bit. He seemed a little nervous, bro. He's breathing a little heavy. Probably just happy to see some of his friends and family, honestly, because apparently this motherfucker's been locked up in like some bad conditions over the past few years.
What they will bring you is a case that is riddled with reasonable doubt, that is founded on an incompetent and incomplete investigation, and the exercise of poor judgment at every turn. The state cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt the allegations that they have made. Let you know that she does not have to prove motive. And she's right. The law doesn't require her to prove motive. But you know what does require motive? A young man to wake up one day and decide that he's going to kill 2 of his best friends that he grew up with, best friends that he hangs out with, best friends.
Okay, so he's going for that route. Like, it's not believable kind of bullshit.
Who he lives with, best friends whose careers he was trying to.
If you're insane, it's not hard. Oh.
Ones alongside his own. They have
Oh, I might be insane sounding like that. Whoa. Whoa. Let's chill out, man.
for why he would do this.
I didn't
And
expect
after
him.
4 years of investigation, the state comes and says, hey, he killed 2 of his friends, his best friends. And you're wondering why. They're answering, oh, I don't know. That's the first indication that they're just guessing and don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, motive's gonna be a big one here. There's that conspiracy about like they were threatening Melly's mom and all that bullshit, but I'm pretty sure that's been disproven.
By itself is reasonable doubt. Why he would commit such a heinous crime against his own 2 best friends for no reason. Is that the lead detective, Detective Moret, saw a video of Mr. Demons getting into a car 40 plus minutes before bodies were found in that car. And then he discovered that Mr. Demons was a rising star. He decided he's the only person that could have committed this crime. Because if you're involved in prosecuting a star, you become a star. And he had tunnel vision. He zeroed in on this person, this young man, the only possible perpetrator of that crime, to the exclusion of all other leads and evidence. There's a difference between cases that are investigated and cases that are fabricated. There are a number of leads that you will discover.
Oh, so now he's gonna point other different leads that other people could have done this and killed them.
But were either completely ignored or given short shrift. Let's start with the most obvious one. Portland Henry.
I saw people saying this. Is he about to put some blame on Portland? That's surprising. Melly's gonna let his lawyer blame Portland?
Those were not Mr. Demons' lies. Those were his lies. Portland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car, 2 dead bodies, car riddled with bullets. When he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, gunpowder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about.
So he's putting all the lies on Portland.
They soon discover that he's lying about the location of this incident, and they went back to him, and they labeled him a victim. They said, we know you're scared. A gentleman named Montrell Roll and his sister, Nia Hewitt. Who were they? Well, another police department came into possession of jail calls between those 2 that occurred within 3 days after the murders, and discussed what they describe as intimate details of the murders. Intimate details means details that are not in the public domain. They go out and interview Miss Hewitt. They don't interview Mr. Roll. And they ask her, well, how do you know all these intimate details? Oh, I heard it, something to the effect of like a word on the street. Doesn't say when she heard it. Doesn't say who she heard it from. That's lead number 2.
Yeah, I mean, lawyer's doing his job. He's trying to show reasonable doubt right now.
Then there's Robert Coburn. Who's he? He's a gentleman that owns a social media account by the name of Backwards. Within days after these murders, posts this message. LOL. We killed 2 of your niggas. Coburn took him 7 months to go and talk to Mr. Coburn, the owner of this account, that posts what amounts to an unequivocal confession to involvement in that murder. Why? Already had his.
There's some dude had an Instagram account saying I killed these 2 N-words. Yeah, I mean, like, reasonable doubt, but it could be someone false claiming shit. People false claim shit all the time on the internet. Who knows?
David Hedgepath. He had a Twitter account called Crucial Almighty. He posts a confession to this murder.
He's got a lot of people that posted confessions.
Something to the effect of, we coming at that Jeep. Can't remember the quote. You're going to hear it. And essentially it was a confession to involvement in the murders. To go and talk to him. They knew about it a year and a half earlier. It took them a year and a half to go and talk to him. Why do you do that unless you've already concluded that you know who committed the crime, you've already determined who your defendant will be? Well, actually, before, this is a year and a half before, they said, oh, we determined that he was just trying to start an internet beef to advance his career. Who told him that? So it took him a year and a half to go down there and track him down. And when they do go and track him down, they say, hey, did you commit the murder? No. Were you in the area? No.
Is there like people in the trial, like you have to convince of, you know, of like the defendant or whoever the prosecutor is trying to prosecute, and the defendant, whoever the defendant is trying to defend? You get it? Or is my English too bad? Fuck.
Where were you? Well, I could have been at work. At work where? Any one of 3 places. Okay, could you give me a work schedule? As though that would prove anything. He said, well, I can get it now. Oh, no, don't worry about it. Just email it to me. And he doesn't even do that. There is no report that he even follows up and sends him an email of this mysterious work schedule proving that he wasn't at the location. They conclude, oh, he's not there. Wasn't him. Case closed.
Even if some of these people are false claiming and they're just trying to start beefs and shit online, it does make a jury second guess themselves for sure.
Several other people who are potential suspects who were not tracked down, you are going to hear about them during the course of this trial. The state looks at its case and says, oh man, this was a little incompetent. Miramar Police seems to have botched this investigation, and they call the Broward Sheriff's Office and ask them to come and look at the investigation upon which this entire prosecution rests. And he says he instantly knew he had to start from scratch. I think his words were, it was the worst thing I had seen in my life. This is the Broward Sheriff's Office evaluating the work product of the Miramar Police Department.
So now he's trying to make the Miramar Police Department look dumb because Broward County Sheriff's Office came in and said, wow, this is terrible what's going on here. He has to restart.
You're not here to judge Mr. Demons. You're here to judge the sufficiency of the state's case. That is your assignment. You're not here for a show to see who you like more. There are 2 grades, beyond a reasonable doubt and not guilty. The state is telling you they have a state that is free of reasonable doubt. You're not here looking for proof. You're here looking for doubt. Their entire case is hinged upon technology of a phone they claim to have been in Mr. Demons'.
But he doesn't know their case, so they could have a lot, maybe a big, you know, evidence, and he wouldn't know, and he could be, you know, he could be talking all this shit, but then they could be like, ah, shit, look at how big our dick is, you know, pause, but yeah, you know, they could pull out their massive, maybe white and black, I don't know about, big, massive, chunky, bending to the right, no, to the left, dick, you know, and they slam it on the table like this, boom, and they're like, you bald-headed motherfucker, this is our evidence, and he's like, are you crazy? He turns Nigerian in 2 seconds. You did this, Amelie. You did this, Oh, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, I could not believe this. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord, please save me. You know?
What they fail to tell you is that they come across evidence that Mr. Demons got out of that car before this incident. Of somebody other than Mr. Demons. What they forgot to tell you is that their own witness will tell you that yes, that phone and Mr. Williams' phone and a number of other phones were all in the same account, and all of the people in the house used to use them interchangeably.
I don't know how I feel about that because that was a common defense in the X trial, was that Michael Boatwright's phone, the guy that shot and killed X, it wasn't actually his phone, it was like a group phone. I was like, is this a common thing? Do motherfuckers have a group phone? I think that's not a fucking thing.
If
That's
you're a
not
reasonable
a
person,
thing, bro.
you have doubt. That's reasonable doubt. And if there is a scintilla of reasonable doubt, you must have the courage to speak up and say so. You're not here to judge him. You're here to judge the sufficiency of their case. They have a big task in front of them. You should probably get to it.
He said they have a big task in front of them. They should probably get to it. Yeah, I mean, Melly's lawyer did a pretty good job on the opening statements. He's like really trying to cast reasonable doubt because, you know, there's no proof that Melly had a gun physically in his fucking hand. Some of it could be circumstantial. Like, it's kind of true. So she works for Miramar Police Department. Okay.
Reenacting a story, he's one like this because he's saying that he had to duck down in the driver's seat as he was driving, so avoid being hit.
I know this man's nervous, bro. His heart's probably beating. So here's the footage of Bortland arriving to the hospital with the dead bodies at 4:35 in the morning. He's whipping it.
And officer, so we don't have to go through the entire video. Did he recognize the vehicle that just entered the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that the vehicle that you observed that he testified to earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
Going to publish the outside ER entrance, continuing to publish.
Bro, sprinting inside.
Going to pause the video at 4:36 and 11 seconds. We see a second individual in the video frame. Can you recognize that person?
Yeah, that's me.
There's no way they show the bodies, right? Yeah, They blurred it. Another guy worked for the Miramar Police Department. This guy, get the fuck out of the way of the camera.
Does the name change depending on the jurisdiction?
I'm just joking. I know shit happens in court. People get in the way of shit.
Okay, moving further west. What's the next?
They just zoomed out these bored hair, man. Move out the way, man.
Major intersection that's reflected on this map on the far left on Miramar Parkway.
This guy came in and explained the roads and all that information. Pretty boring stuff, to be honest. I'm gonna keep going. What's bro writing down? See, it's really shitty quality. If you want to listen to this, go watch my other video. Way better quality than this shit. It's basically Portland telling the police where the fucking shooting happened, but his story is so mixed up. It makes him look really bad because he looks like he's lying, to be honest, but...
Do you have the description of the car?
They just asked if do you have the description of the car. He said I didn't see no car. He's talking about people hating on them at some point. They have enemies, so people could have done this.
I'm still ducking. I'm trying not to be seen, you know what I'm saying?
He just said no to his lawyer. She's whispering something and they looked at the camera.
Should it have fear or girl?
He also looks a little annoyed with his lawyer right now. This lawyer keeps saying shit to him and to make him laugh. She did it like twice. What is going on?
I know it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost,
I wish I could hear their conversation. Like, what are they talking about?
like, you know how, okay, you like,
Melly just made that crazy face. So here's the infamous footage of them leaving the studio at 2 in the morning or whatever. And I believe this is Sack Chaser right here. He was the taller one. He goes in the front right
Is that the black car? So that's the rap. That's the real life rapper sound. Or any, no. Rich on music videos, and then that's real life, I guess. I'm joking, man. Stay humble.
I think that could be Juvie right here, going into the back right passenger. No, that could be Bortland actually.
Oh, he's a driver.
That's Bortland, I believe.
No, that's why Melly. No,
Going
he's in the
driver's
driver's seat.
It's the person who dropped off the body. Here's Melly walking out. Apparently he has his phone in hand. I haven't seen it yet.
Look there, he has it.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Melly gets in the back left seat here.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes, alright.
There's Juvie getting in the back right seat.
Damn, how many are they? They're running deep.
And then they all leave, and 2 of them are dead within 30 minutes. So as soon as the police saw that, they were like, we didn't know this other guy, YNW Melly, was getting in the car as well. Big red flag. Obviously, for any detective, they'd be getting a fucking hard on for this. So they'd be like, wait, who's this?
And Detective Moretti and I walked from Pembroke Road all the way to Taft, north on Taft to Taft, and then back. That was about 2 miles.
All right, so now Melly's lawyer is going to come up and cross-examine.
With Mr. Cortland Henry for the first time, you had already been told that based on the description of the location of the incident that he provided to law enforcement, they found no evidence.
Right, from I-70, based on what Cortland told the officers.
So at that time, you had already formed the impression that he was either mistaken or not being handled.
It was, I think through the statement, it was pretty evident that we were trying to narrow down where that location was.
Melly's lawyer's really trying to push that Bortland lied a lot.
Well, later on, we did, after we saw that there was a 4th person in the car, when we didn't find any evidence. So I guess if you want to call that a BS meter or whatever, I'm just trying to gauge if he's being truthful with me, if he's hiding something.
I'm just trying not to pause. Oh, the video is almost over. Oh my god. Okay, I can save my piece then. I think why he's pushing for, like, he lied. I think it's because he just wants the prosecutors to, get anxious and show, like, what they have, or just a mistake of what they have, so they can prepare for it. I think that was what's going on, and that. I don't know anything about this, okay, guys? If I am outside and if I'm outside in the park, like I'm fucking delusional, then you can tell me off. But I think that was he's trying to do, like pressure and go against everything they say, like without really showing, like saying no, he was doing this and this and this, and we have proof of this and this. He's just trying to stick in a one defense so that like they show many attacks, they attack from multiple fronts so they can have a bigger attack, a bigger defense, you know you understand, guys? Understanding me? You guys understanding me? Okay.
We asked him all kinds of questions, whether it was a drug dealer, whether he had a beef with someone on 75.
Is there items of jewelry that are visible in this photograph?
Yes, it is.
Jesus, they're showing fucking pictures of the dead bodies right now.
Is there jewelry that is in the deceased earlobes?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The audio is so dog shit, bro. I know it's hard because people are moving around and shit, but I mean, I know that she's just showing the clothes of what the victims were in. So this is what Sack Chaser had in his pockets right here, his ID and blunt wraps, and looks like fucking $100 or something.
And this little letter K. that you saw-
The picture of the bullet holes and the clothes. So I would imagine this is where Melly staged the drive-by in this area, or allegedly staged the drive-by. Who fucking knows, dude? I'm gonna have to be careful in what I say in this fucking videos. Like, people are gonna be like, what do you mean allegedly? What do you mean? I don't know, dude. I'm a fucking kid making videos on it. I'm not a goddamn police officer. So yeah, that's
Man, I know the feeling, man.
it for day one of Melly's trial. Pretty much what I thought would happen. They explained the messages that Melly sent, ballistics, the phone records, and then Melly's lawyer came up and explained how there was no murder weapon, and he also explained how there's a whole lot of other people that could have done this, not Melly. A lot going on both sides, boys. I'll keep covering it. If you're new to my channel, subscribe for my Twitter and Instagram. Fucking love you, boys. Peace out.
I'm fucking subscribing, bro. I'm coming back for reactions. Damn. Fire. Let me use this goofy ass emojis. Goofy ass. So it was the first day of his trial, and I was right. I wasn't right. I mean, I can say allegedly, because we don't fucking know. Like innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter if he's being accused of the worst thing in the world. Like, I don't fucking give a fuck, bro. Until they show evidence, or I was there myself and I saw it with my own eyes, then yeah. If it's not like something like, he literally stood outside or shot bunch of civilians outdoors while it's summer and there's a lot of people outside and there was a lot of evidence, what's it called, not evidence, yeah, it was a lot of evidence, but a lot of witnesses. And then there was also, he was caught red-handed, then okay, it's not innocent to proven guilty, you're fucking guilty directly. You know what I mean? I'm not like gonna wait until you go court and then they say, yeah, no, you're already guilty. But someone who didn't get caught with a gun, they have only video, nobody testifying against him, the evidences are phones, which are fucking reliable. I guess technology is fucking reliable than humans nowadays. But yeah, so I'll say yes, allegedly, until he's fucking proven guilty. Not because I fucking like him. I don't even listen to music that much. I don't give a fuck about, him. I'm just intrigued and to see this. So yeah, I'm not defending him or anything, Where the fuck is the fire emoji? Fire. Oh, there. I actually really did start streaming just for that. How long is this? I have to make a video into this. 40 minutes. So I'm gonna make two parts. And then I'll see you guys. Peace. Have a nice night. Oh wait, let me pick up. Let me pull up. Where is it? That's OBS. I'll see you.